So you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. In the park on a bench, on the beach on a towel, or on your couch with your kid, your campus is wherever you want it to be. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. You schedule classes around your schedule, and all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. At Independence U, you'll learn from professional instructors with real work experience. You'll get personal support in school and employment assistance when you graduate. Get your degree, but keep your life. That's independence. That's Independence University. So if you're really smart, you'd call now.
Call 1-800-981-8940.
Independence U for an independent you.
Call 1-800-981-8940.
TennCare's new diaper benefit helps our youngest members and their families stay healthy and happy. If your child is younger than 2 and has TennCare or Cover Kids, they can get up to 100 diapers every month at no cost. To get diapers, visit a participating pharmacy. You don't need a prescription. Just show your child's pharmacy card at the counter. For newborns without a card, you can use the parent's pharmacy card. The pharmacy staff will check to see if you qualify and help you get up to 100 diapers for a month. TennCare will cover a variety of diaper brands and sizes to meet your child's needs. You can find a list of covered brands on the TennCare diaper webpage.
Diapers are available at Mike's Pharmacy, located at 740 Main Street in Tracy City. That's Mike's Pharmacy, 592-9190.
Piggly Wiggly, a supermarket chain since 1916, operates more than 600 locally owned stores, including the Monteagle location that now stocks the largest selection of fine wine, domestic and import beer in the area. Piggly Wiggly's farm fresh fruit is a sweet deal at everyday low prices. Piggly Wiggly stocks carefully selected, always fresh vegetables from the common to the unusual. All of the organic products we sell meet strict USDA guidelines. The Pig has a large meat department that to this date custom cuts and wraps its pork, chicken, and certified Angus beef to your request. Certified Angus beef brand is a cut above USDA Prime Choice and Select. With a large dairy selection of fresh milk and cheese products and your favorite drink products, you will never go home thirsty from the Pig. Visit the Piggly Wiggly Deli and put in your order for an outstanding selection of cheeses, salads, and deli meat products from Boar's Head brand and more. Be sure to check out our weekly special circular for great deals. That's the Piggly Wiggly of Monteagle, Tennessee.
Woo! Happy Wednesday. Just, I watch the news now in the mornings, and so I get all, I, I'm almost giddy, really. I have to sit on my hands to keep from clapping every minute of the day. It is exactly how I imagined it would be, how I thought it would never happen, and here we are. So, one of the things that we as a state, so if you really think about it, they're going to town and on the federal level, and Linda McMahon is in the Department of Education there to slash jobs and then to eventually get rid of the Department of Education. Linda McMahon is from the McMahon family. WWE, she has run global businesses. She means business. I wouldn't mess with her. So that means, not that I speak MAGA or anything, but I do. I totally understand it. I read Trump's Art of the Deal back in the 80s when it came out. That was like the Bible for us young heathens. And so that's what I grew up with. That's what I expect. A10? Okay, I can talk to it. That's fine. We got that. Perfect. And the government closest to the people is the best government. Speaking of, we are A-okay. I was just answering. What this led to this is that, that is reality. We can't stick our heads in the sand. What President Donald J. Trump says that he will do, he does. he's getting pushback by, business as usual folks. I get it. Change is super hard. Me personally, that's what I voted for. I voted for him to actually do stuff, and he's doing it. So to think that it's just not going to be done, well, it is. So Tennessee, if that becomes a reality, and as I told a lot of my teacher friends that I love that just think differently than I do about this, the reality is here. I mean, whether you X, Y, Z, the reality is here. So what are we going to do about it? And you can't escape. You can't escape that. You can't go, I like it this way. It's not about moving the what is it, the dial, whatever. I'm not even be able to think. It's not about just moving it a little bit. It's blowing it up on the Department of Education. And, when you look at the facts, it's astonishing. We just kept adding money to the students. We kept on throwing money at it, and it got worse. I mean, we're 40th in the nation. So obviously it's just not working. Let's go back to before we started the Department of Education back in the 70s. So what that means is that Tennessee, we have a bureaucracy issue. We have a bureaucracy issue in Tennessee. Even though we're run by the good guys, we are fiscally responsible. We have done everything as Republican in a Republican-run state to be the best that we can be. Tennessee is rocking it in so many different avenues. Education is one of the sacred cows that just never has worked. And we have fired so many folks at the head of the Department of Education in Tennessee, and it's like getting rid of your superintendent every year or 2 years. You do have to have stability running the show, and we just can't agree on education. None of us can agree on education. It's kind of like the same situation. What does freedom mean? So we can't agree on education. So that's like that bureaucracy in the state of Tennessee is still alive and well. And that's going to have to change. I mean, we're going to have to, once everything comes back to the state, the money comes back to the state. That's another thing. David Lowery had a great post. The money will be there for education. It just has to be used differently. And we're going to have to think out of the box in a lot of different ways. Me personally, I feel that a merit-based system and an achievement system is the way to go. I think competition is good. I think that Grundy County can knock it out of the park because we're small enough to do it. We have a lot of really amazing people that are in Grundy County. I think we can solve that. I don't think it's an issue. But the state of Tennessee has a bureaucracy issue. I think the Department of Education is still dysfunctional in Tennessee. I think TDEC is dysfunctional in Tennessee. Bless their hearts. I love what they do, but I think it's anybody who's ever worked with TDEC on the environment or the conservation or the although the parks, they're knocking it out of the park on the parks. They really are. So I don't know. I think TDEC can be, because they're beholden. The environment part is beholden to the EPA. And they're supposed to follow the EPA standards. Well, the EPA is going to get blown up. So now, Tennessee's going to have to rethink and be responsible for their own decisions like this bio waste issue that we have. We're going to have to get on our trash issue. That's a major looming issue with all the folks coming in and Tennessee being the fourth best business state in the United States. No income tax, beautiful, the whole 9 yards. We are going to have to rethink things. And so you've got TDEC that needs probably a looky-see. TDOT, I guarantee you, is filled with bureaucracy that needs to be streamlined. I mean, I can't even get, it's been a year and a half, and I cannot get signs that were approved by the state parks, by everyone involved at the end of a trailhead. So we've got 10 in South Cumberland. And these directionals, you've seen them around town, points this way and that way for gas and lodging, because we want folks that are stopping and utilizing our great beauty in the state parks to come and visit our little trail towns and spend money. So it's an economic development, the Conservation Fund, DC, federal people love it. It's all funded. And I can't get an approval from TDOT to have it done because it does not fit a box that was laid out maybe 30 years ago. And it does not fit into a box that it gets approval to put out. So I know it from all different levels that Tennessee has a bureaucracy issue. And they run the show. If they don't want to do something, I remember when I tried to get OHV Day on the Hill. We would have that every year to go talk to our legislators about off-highway vehicles and how important they are to our economy and they deserve trails as well on public land. I mean, it's equal. Trail users are trail users. We just have to do it responsibly. So anyway, try to get an exhibit like they do on the mall, the legislative mall, kind of like where they do the cow milking and, different demonstrations for everybody. And it's a fun day. Well, we were going to have OHV things parked all around to kind of showcase what was offered these days and how different it was from the old days. Well, I just couldn't get it done. I went through the speaker's office. I knew everybody, and they still could not get the operations of the legislate. I don't know. It's bureaucracy. Couldn't get it done. I mean, so there's unelected officials that can run your life, and I accept those things, but it doesn't mean that they're right, and we have to be kind and gracious to each other. I don't think anybody's on the take in Tennessee, honestly. I think we've got great employees, and tourism, by the way, the tourism department, knocking it out of the park. So anyway, we're going to have Mayor Brady in 10 minutes, so that's my diatribe for today, is that I think we do have a bureaucracy issue. Grundy County, lean and mean, doing it great. I mean, that's, we've done our job, we've elected our folks, and lean and mean, and we're doing it great. Tennessee, we may be lean and mean, I don't know. I haven't really paid attention because I haven't had to worry about it. And so they're all just doing their job, but I do believe bureaucracy is alive and well in Tennessee, and that's just going to we're going to have to adapt to what the nation is doing, what the federal government is doing. We're now going to have to do in the state of Tennessee, and I think people have gotten a little lax and lazy. I mean, there's no competitive spirit really in Tennessee except for tourism and all those folks that are aggressive in our belief system. But anyway, it's exciting times. By the Grundy County Herald, we still don't have a lot going on. Our next biggest, we've got a health fair coming up in Altamont. I think it's the 29th. You're going to be seeing information on that as well. Flyers are going to go home. Healthy Tennessee, I'm going to have Dr. Manny. Dr. Manny was on here several years ago. He wrote a book. He is he's an immigrant. I mean, his parents immigrated. I don't even know that word. Came in as doctors down in Hillsborough. You know his story. Bought his book. It's beautiful. He's an orthopedic trauma surgeon in Vanderbilt, and then he ran for U.S. Senate against Bill Hagerty. It was an ugly election. I'm not happy with it. To this day, I still don't have contact with the Hagerty folks. He's doing okay. But, elections can get pretty hairy. So I love me some Dr. Manny. Anyway, Dr. Manny and Christian are going to be... Christian's done our documentary, by the way, and you're going to know more about him as well. I think the documentary is going to come out super amazing. Anyway, David Carroll did the voice on it. Oh, it's just amazing. But anyway, Dr. Manny's going to come on the show, but that's the 28th of March, and then we've got, or 29th of March, and that's in Altamont at the Baptist Church there. Apparently, there's an amazing, huge gym, and there's going to be vendors, and there's going to be food boxes for folks who go through the different healthy Tennessee things. The Trails and Trillium's biggest thing coming up, April 4th through 6th. We have just all of the above. I think most of the mechanics, it's a Tennessee naturalist rally. So all the nerdy folks who actually love nature and photography and nature journaling and hiking and wildflowers and just life in general, because all these folks are pretty high on life. It's an amazing group to be around. So if you're one of those, I would highly advise signing up, trailsandtrilliums.org. It really is. I know some of us are politically different. Like, they don't even know what to do with me. But let me tell you, greatest folks on earth. Greatest folks on earth. So you're going to hang out all weekend with all those folks. There's time for volunteers. If you'd like to volunteer and you want to check it out, dip your toe in the water. Our state parks give us over 1 million visitors a year. 1 million visitors. Our state parks. That blows my mind. The next highest visitation is the Caverns at 100,000, at 100,000 folks. That's the next highest. So you've got 1 million folks coming into our state parks every year. Let's welcome those folks and let's help them share the love. All right, let's talk about birthdays really quick. I have nothing here on Wednesday. Tonight's church night. Oh, I've got 7 minutes. I am doing so good. Let's go with our birthdays. I'm just beyond giddy. All the news so far is just, I just can't even get any better than this. And Lord, thank you. Thank you. All right, birthdays. Here we go. Happy birthday to Jordan Brewer, 34 years old. Happy birthday, Jordan. Greg Ferris, Steve Hall. Happy birthday, Steve. 69. Sammy Stephen Allen. I don't know if that's I don't know which one or if that's one person. 46. Oh, David Coe. David Coe did move. He is he's been on the show before. He is that prolific fantasy book writer, kind of like a Rollins kind of writer, like a Harry Potter, but different. And it's historical books. He's like a really big deal in that genre, like a really big deal. He's moved. He didn't like the political results, but anyway, I still love David. He's super talented. All right, that's that. No, I got 7 minutes. Let me go. All right, let's continue to pray for these folks, and if there's anybody else that we need to add to the prayer list, that's the very least that we can do is pray for folks. So just take a moment and think about the folks that have been, have asked to be on the prayer list or that we know need to be on the prayer list, and just, give them an extra special prayer in your book. Let's pray for Miss Jones, folks, Danny and Dave Crabtree. Charlie's on the road. Let's continue to pray for him as he gets out of the weeds. Joyce has got a lot of work for him to do, and actually, Charlie loves doing his haircuts out there. There's planting season, so I know that these guys are just chomping at the bits, and Charlie just needs to get some more strength. Secure Meats is having surgery on the 19th. We're also going to pray for Daffy and Lewis Nolan, Laree Parson, Frank Brawley, Herschel Parson family, Charles Brown, Steve Melton. If you know and love Steve like I do, and you have the urge to go visit the fella that has now graduated to the Siskin Rehab in Chattanooga. Beautiful day for a drive. Just holler at me and I'll give you the information. We'll just give him a heads up. Cheryl Foshi, that's Kathy's baby, broke her little knee in 3 places. We're going to continue to pray for Cheryl. We love Cheryl. Granny Barb's babies. I haven't heard from Granny Barb. Hope Granny Barb's okay. And hope she knows that I got Gail Van Hooser on the calendar. Frida, on the road, that back thing, I mean, that's crazy. George Fincher Jr. family. Turkey's on the road to recovery. Hopefully this is the last. Learned that he, I think either it's confirmed or they think, I didn't get that, but Lyme disease, that it was an undiagnosed Lyme disease. That'll eat you up if you don't take care of that. Eric has that alpha gal, which is the Lone Star chick. They can't eat mammal meat, bless his little heart. So I know it's an autoimmune disease will eat you alive if you don't take care of it. Oh, that's crazy. Patsy Kennedy, Blondell Lockhart, Baby Denny and Joni Baby Denny. Dolly, we heard reports that she's doing better. No, she had back surgery. Dalchi and Christine Nunley, I got you. I added you on there. I saw that post. Paula Tate, Donna Childers, Erica Whitman, Ronnie Reeves, Brother Crichton, all the unspoken, and then, of course, my Miss Ophelia and Miss Stola. Been hearing from Miss Ophelia lately. I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, Lord, please lift up our folks in prayer. All the needs, we love you. We appreciate you. We are so thankful for every single day that we get to wake up on this side, and we will try to do our best to serve you. And just please lift up our folks. If you get a chance, just let them know you're there. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All righty. Did I do it? 8:07. All right. Let's not forget the creating a budget that works. Super important. March 27th, 6 o'clock at the Littell Parton Center in Tracy City. I can't even brag on that enough. If you don't have control of your money or your health, those two things will bring you down to your knees. So if you feel like you don't even need to be buying your first house, if you feel like you just haven't figured out that budget thing, go see Julie. I'm telling you, it's life-changing. $100 door prize is so that you have a chance to win $100 after all that. Weather's coming in. Saturday morning, I saw it. Keep up to date with GCTV6 Facebook page. Chase Bryant is sharing all of the detailed information about what is coming up, and he will be on it. And I can't love that enough. He says that we're going to have some rain. I think it was coming into Saturday morning, but the real issue potential is Saturday evening. So there's a possibility of an EF2. And as I said in my column, I totally remember the last EF2 that we had, and that was in Pelham in 2018. It was on Election Day. So those aren't fun. That's not a fun. That's, I think, 115 plus miles per hour wind, and we all know what wind does to trees, which means we'll be out of electricity. So get your go bag ready. Just be prepared. Lights out, potential. If it hits those high winds, trees will go down, and they will go down on our power lines. And our Sequatchie Valley Electric will do the best that they can. They are amazing. They are superhuman. But if it's widespread, it takes time. So just be prepared. Just know, yeah. And the sources, get an NOAA radio, weather radio if you don't have one yet. I don't have one. So that's one thing I need to get. If you still have Facebook, you get, GCTV6 Facebook page. Chase will be there. Grundy County Storm Spotters is a great place to go for information. It's a group. If you haven't joined yet, then please do. And then our Grundy County EMA is on it as well. So here we go. Hey, Mayor. Happy, beautiful, glorious Wednesday.
Boy, somebody said it's supposed to be close to 80 in Chattanooga.
Oh, man. This is what we've been waiting for all winter.
Yep, here it is, finally.
Oh. Well, what is going on in your world? I know it's a million miles a minute.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. I figured I'd give everybody an update on some of the projects that are going on in Grundy County. Let's talk about stone doors. So stone doors, Governor Lee funded phase 1. And that got started. What kind of held up it starting is there was 100 acres that needed to be acquired that was smack dab in the middle of that stuff. And So if you design it around it, going back and getting the property just is not feasible. So then shortly thereafter, Phase 2 got funded. So how does that work at the state government? They're treated like two different projects. And so instead of, common sense would say, let's combine these projects, bid it out as a whole, blah, blah, blah. And so it will go to construction next spring, but they are treating it as if it's one project, which makes sense. They just should have done that from the beginning. So construction will start spring of next year. Let's talk about Miracle on the Mountain. We are cleaning trees. We are still cleaning trees today. We still have not reached the boundaries of disturbance yet. It's massive, and hindering us is the dry weather. Yesterday, we need to burn. We really need to burn in a bad way, but there's a burn restriction now on giving out permits. And so yesterday we had one. They gave us permission to let it go ahead and burn. From the previous day we had a permit, but other than that we cannot burn anymore until it rains. And so that's a setback, but we'll get through that as well. But really appreciate the road department. They are out there, all their equipment, and they are hitting it hard because in the month of June, we have equipment hitting the ground. We have to be ready. So, again, everybody wants to know when it will be open. It will be open by Memorial Day of 26. Everybody has an April completion date of next year, but we will keep our fingers crossed on that and keep, moving forward. If we get ahead of schedule, that's great too. Health department, we did have some bids that came in high. There was a gap in funding. Grundy County just wasn't in a position to fill those gaps in, so we went back to our state partners. I think we've got all that worked out, so much so that at this month's meeting we will award that bid, which will mean construction will start shortly thereafter. We will get those folks working now so they can get all the drying in stuff done before winter sets in. And the only thing they'll lack is the interior stuff. And so construction on that was no more than a year. So this time next year, that will be open. About this time next year, Miracle on the Mountain will be about open, and stone doors will be under construction is the current plan. So it's budget season. I always dread this season because it's so time consuming. I mean, you live and breathe that stuff for a few months, and so, but it is budget season. We will start that process in the middle or the latter part of this month, and we will always treat the precious funds of the county more precious than our own. Also talk about it a little bit. We had a meeting Monday night with the IDB and the Grundy County Commission, and they just was asking some questions. It was the first time they had ever seen the paperwork. Last monthly meeting, whenever they voted to not accept the proposal as it was, because they just didn't have time, and I figured so much. But you do what folks ask. They want to be on the agenda, you put them on the agenda. But I think, all the questions was answered and everything. I just, what we as folks would do would be a little bit more understanding of the process, not jump to conclusions. It's just like a doctor getting ready to do surgery on you. If he just jumped in there and just started cutting away, it might not be good, but if he sets back and evaluates what you need and what's going to be the best avenue and everything to take, then it's going to help you even more. And that's kind of the situation here. There may be a better avenue that would be better for all parties, and you just want to make sure you make that best decision, and you do that based off the information you have in front of you, not 10 minutes to 6 on Sunday. But everything's going to be good with that one as well. I feel like it can work itself out, and there's lots going on.
Dang. All right. Wow. Anything else you want to say? I mean, that's a lot.
No, it's just, the Lord's blessing us right now, and I really appreciate the opportunity to work for the best place on the planet, and I'm glad to be a part of a small piece of making it better. We have a clear path. We know our lanes. There's a grant, 2 grants today that we'll be talking about, talking with our federal partners, Haggerty's office yesterday about some of the issues. And, there's just a whole lot goes into being a success story, other than just saying, I've got an idea, and folks may not know what I'm talking about, but Grundy County is moving forward, and it's so much so that other communities in the state government and even our federal partners are taking note. Hey, what they did here is working. How can we learn? How can we have them continue this? And it comes from a lot of folks pulling on the rope together, and so I'm just happy to be, like I said, a small part of it. But it just excites me to see reap the benefits of everyone's labor. And the community buying in on it too. Like I've said many times, if your community and your city governments and your county governments don't all buy into the plan, it's not going to work. And so I just appreciate the community, appreciate the city municipalities and all those that are working hard, like I said again, to make the best better.
Oh, it's super exciting. I think we're hitting on all cylinders, and we're small enough that we can try things.
Yeah, we're notorious for that. So TDEC is going to come today and view the driving range. They've heard about that, and so of course they had to permit it, but some of those that are in Parks and Rec are like, do what? What did you do? And so they're excited about it. They want to come check it out, and so, yeah, we're going to try to have the driving range open every day now, so folks can go out there and enjoy it. I took my grandson out there, first time he'd ever had a golf club really in his hand, and it just tickled me to death. He thought hitting that little white ball would be so easy. He just swinging his little heart out, missing that little white ball, and so it was fun to set my name hit, and so that's what it's all about. We did that for the youth of our county. They have to travel so far to develop that skill and everything. And dadgum, we deserve something too, and so we want to make sure that we can make that happen. I knew we could. It was just going to have to take some time and some effort, and we were able to work through things. We like challenges. We like those.
Yeah.
So don't tell us we can't.
Don't tell us we can't.
Yeah.
Well, what did they say? What did that fellow say? We've got grit.
Yeah, Grundy Grit. We need to get some shirts made of that. Grundy Grit.
Yeah.
I got Grundy Grit.
Yeah, don't tell us we can't do it.
Yeah, because it will prove you wrong.
Well, amen. Well, I appreciate. Hey, little trivia, and I was thinking about the golf thing. Misty's daughter plays golf and pretty well. She's down there in Chattanooga, and she just got signed to, I think it's Miami University, maybe Miami University, and on the same year and the same time as President Trump's granddaughter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Misty told me that a couple months ago, and I'm like, shut the front door. We're going to have to take a road trip.
Yeah. Is she golf too? Her Trump's granddaughter.
Oh, yeah, she's on the same golf team.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, we've got to get in on that, fun.
Yeah. Golf is a good sport. It's etiquette. It's integrity, and you're not out there playing against somebody. Technically, you're not. You're playing against the game and the course. Your score is not determined by somebody throwing a golf club in front of you while or tackling you when you're swinging. All other sports, this is just you against the game. I mean, your score is not based off of somebody else's actions. It's based off your own.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it very, very intriguing to me. But I just did not want our youth to ever have to settle. They do not have to settle. It should not be a chore to be able to do a skill like that. And so, we're thinking about doing a tournament for Miracle on the Mountain. There's a lot of tournaments popping up right now. I just don't want to get in the mix of things and create I want something, anything we do, I want it to be a special and good event. And so if we do one, I want to make sure that it's not interfering with any other one, and we pick the right course and everything. But hopefully we'll be doing that as well. But I don't know in a couple of weeks because we'll have to get busy.
Yeah, it snuck up on us. It sure did.
It did. I'm like, dang, budget season. I always dread budget season because the way we do it, we review every budget. We review every single budget. And so that takes time. You're talking about 50 budgets, give or take. And, just think if you do 5 budgets a night or 10 budgets a night, but then you go back and you always say final numbers, so that means you have to review them. And so that's 10 meetings there by itself, just if everything's smooth sailing. We all know that ain't going to happen.
No, it's not.
So we have a night where we just meet with nonprofits. We have a night where we meet with officials that may have had an ask in their budgets. And so, but anyways, it's a lot. We always try our best to pass the budget in June. And so I think we missed it last year by a day. Or it was like July 3rd or something like that. And it's but it was good nonetheless. So we're going to have to get deep in the weeds on that one, and we will start that endeavor probably last this month.
Wow. Yeah, well, here it is. Trails and Trilliums is coming up April 4th through 6th, and that's our official kickoff.
And then there's the marathon and the Savage Gulf Marathon.
Yep.
And I can see that thing getting huge.
Yep.
I can see that becoming an event that would be getting national recognition.
I mean, seriously, that one, Mountain Goat Trail Run, and there's I'm sure you've heard, there is a presentation down or an announcement down in Cowan from the Mountain Goat Trail.
Well, I hadn't heard that news, but I'm sure that would just stand to reason that they're working on that end of the trail as well. So
yeah, that's super exciting. So that could be a 40-mile bicycle race from just holy cow.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, they Mountain Goat folks they keep to themselves a lot.
I do understand that, and I get it. All considering.
Yeah, I understand it, and but they seem to be doing a good job of fundraising. And
well, you know what they do? They do their work. They're not splashy about it. They just get their work done. And this one just popped up out of nowhere, and I'm like, oh my goodness. So yeah, super exciting. Yeah. All right, sir. Well, always appreciate your updates. I think we got some weather coming up on Saturday. I'm sure Matt will be on it.
Yeah, hopefully it won't be. Hopefully it will not be dangerous. We have some conversations yesterday, and we're really vamping up the emergency services, and we've been having communication meetings with all the departments, and appreciate EMS spearheading that. Communication's vital. How you get the news out, who needs it, who needs it quick, and no matter what situation it is, if it's a disaster, just emergency situation, or we're just trying to fill our inventory too with the things that we need, generators, drones, things that can be used in the first 48. It's like, well, what we found out with the floods is for the first 48, you're on your own.
Yeah.
And so we want to fill in that gap where that first 48, we have got plans in place, whatever it may be. We're even, we have about, we're looking at probably close to, throughout the year, it's under 2 million, but it's, pushing toward that number of visitors in Grundy County. And that just means that if you do have a disaster, your folks are not going to be in brick and mortar. They're going to be in guts and overlooks and caves and all that type of stuff. So you got to plan accordingly, and rather than just looking at it from population. So the state looks at things from population, but hey, we need to be a special looked at district because of our visitation. Therefore, there needs an increase in funding for that. My point was, now you take on a degree of liability because that we have that type of visitation, and I feel like it would be the Homeland Security and TEMA's job to ensure that those pockets like that had special funding. And so, but we'll see. That's my argument.
Well, and it's true. We were just talking earlier about, the federal government is basically blowing up business as usual. And that means that each of the states are going to have to rethink their processes too, and, potentially blow it up. Because right now, we have so many visitors, they don't put that, I've learned this from Mayor Stacy, they don't count those numbers on your roads for your support, your financial support for roads.
No, everything's based off population. It's a terrible system.
It's horrible.
The state does road counts on their main highways, but as far as county roads, city roads, they do the money out based off population. They give you so much as a base rate, then they give you so much per head. Well, Barshaba Springs is a prime example of that. They have a lot of summer visitation.
Yep.
A lot. And some folks stay there as much as 8 months out of the year. But they may have it as their home address and where they vote, and everything else may be in Georgia or Alabama or Mississippi or Florida. They do not get counted on the census. But the burden of the traffic flow and the trash and all that, well, the trash falls on us. They've seen nobody helps us with that. But yeah, that burden is placed on the local government, and they need to get a special consideration on funding for that type of stuff. Especially, like I said, you can prove just by your parks, the caverns, and other things. I would say about 1.5 million. You can prove those numbers.
Yep.
And so they will give so much consideration to that as well.
Well, I hope they, and I was telling folks, there is bureaucracy in state government as well, in our Tennessee state government.
Oh, yes, it's much alive. But we don't even have a hospital.
Yeah.
One of the things is they base the beds and needs off the population.
Yep.
So if you got 2 million visitors and you have an emergency situation, you can't service those folks or for your local community because you don't have the beds and needs.
Yep.
And so it's So we're fighting a good fight, I promise you. They know our name.
Yeah, yes, sir. I realized that at the committee hearing. They definitely knew you.
Yeah. We are fierce fighters for what we believe in and hold dear, and they know that. So
I love it, sir. Thank you so much. Grundy Grit. All right, buddy. Well, you have a wonderful day and a week, and we just appreciate you. Thank you so much for your leadership.
appreciate GCTV, and y'all have a blessed week. And God bless.
God bless you. Bye. Wow. Blew a hair back. Lots going on. Holy cow. Let's do a quick break. Thank our sponsors, and then we'll come on back. I've got 2 phone lines open, as always. Thanks for watching Morning on the Mountain. I'll see you in a minute.
In Mark chapter 9, we find a situation where a father comes before Jesus. This father has a son possessed by a spirit, and not even Jesus' disciples could cast the spirit out. And so this man pleads with Jesus that if Jesus could do anything, then would he have compassion and to help his boy? And in verse 23, Jesus gives a profound response to this father. In verse 23, he says, "If you can, all things are possible for one who believes." And the father responds immediately with something that maybe is just as profound, or at least as profound as something a person can say in response. The father of the child immediately cried out, "I believe, help my unbelief." The turmoil within this man, everything up to that point had proven useless and hopeless. Not even the disciples of Jesus could help his son. And yet, here's the teacher in front of him, calling upon faith in what the teacher can do for him. If you want to know what happens next, then I'll encourage you to go read the rest of chapter 9. But here's a bit of a spoiler. That man had at least some measure of faith. How often do we have times where all of our experience tells us to give up hope and belief, and yet there's the Master beckoning to ask of him with genuine faith? Does having an inner conflict of belief mean that you just don't believe at all? Or does having an inner conflict and still making the leap of faith show that the belief is stronger than the unbelief? I'll just let you all ponder on that one. I'm JD Cantrell. I'm not a perfect guy, but I'm a man who just loves Jesus and tries to follow him. May you be blessed.
Tracy Clinic, located at 740 Main Street in Tracy City, specializes in family medicine. Nurse practitioner Devin Land Lampley is now seeing patients. Call today for an appointment at 592-4242. Open 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Thursday. That's the Tracy Clinic, 592-4242.
Sequatchie Valley Electric Cooperative is here to serve you in your business or in your home. Pay your electric bill in the comfort of your own home with SVEC's new online billing service. Wouldn't it be nice to know in advance how much to budget for your electric bill each month? Visit us at one of our convenient offices or go online to www.svalleyec.com. Sequatchie Valley Electric, providing electrical service to over 33,000 homes and businesses in all or portions of Bledsoe, Grundy, Marion, Sequatchie, Coffee, Hamilton, Ray, and Van Buren counties in Tennessee. SVEC, staying up with today and working for tomorrow.
Save gas, save time, save money, Save a Lot. The name says it all. Locally owned and operated, Save a Lot of Tracy City promotes shopping locally on the mountain. Come check out the clean, organized store where hometown folks like you save with weekly specials from the weekly shopper. Experienced employees choose our products very carefully and keep a large selection of fresh produce and fruit stocked, offering you the best deals for the best possible quality. With a primetime butcher on staff, Expect fresh meat cut and packaged on location. Or request your favorite cuts while shopping name brands and Save-A-Lot brands in our frozen food sections, and fresh milk and dairy products always up to date. Friendly, helpful faces are on staff for any requests and questions you may have. Open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Stay on the mountain. Shop at your locally owned Save-A-Lot. The name says it all.
Hello, I'm Dr. Mircea Basaraba.
And I'm Mara Hutchings, nurse practitioner. Welcome to Southern Tennessee Cardiology. Here at Southern Tennessee Cardiology, we offer a variety of testing done right here in our office. Along with our highly trained and skilled staff, we have the latest technology for cardiac stress testing, high-tech ultrasound, and cardiac monitoring. Whether you are experiencing chest pain, palpitations, or need clearance for surgery, Southern Tennessee Cardiology is here for your cardiac needs.
Independently owned and locally staffed, the Caverns attracts visitors from all over the country. Bring your guests down for a cave tour, a cave concert, or a magical night under the stars at the Caverns Outdoor Amphitheater. Camping is an option too. Learn more at www.thecaverns.com, where the destination becomes a... All right, I just got a note. Thank you for John Bailey. Today is the anniversary of the 1993 snowstorm. Morning.
How you doing, Michelle?
Oh my goodness. What's up with this?
I don't know. I remember you said there are two on there, so I just talked and just accepted.
I don't know. Stephen and I are crossing our fingers about our phones right now, so.
Right.
Oh, tell me something good. You see your girlfriend yesterday?
No, I talked to her for a minute yesterday on the phone. She said, "Did anything from Walmart?" She said, "No," so and she told me how to her later, so I did her talk last night, and I figured she told me back. She never did, so I'll probably see her sometime after a while anyway, so.
Well, good. Well, good. Did you go down and see what they're cooking over at Dairy Delight?
I did too. Christine talked yesterday, want me to go Walmart with her.
Oh, good. All right. How's our Christine doing?
Well, she didn't know so far so good, and so with them up my needle mountain, and that has stopped by CVS, and so
I've got to
went
go to
her
CVS.
house, and I loaded her stuff, and so loaded up little garbage, I don't know, it's possum or what, or the dog, her dog. If you see anything in garbage things, so far up, and some dogs will dig into it once in a while, and so I took empty garbage bag out, and I turned one time over, let water run out, picked up loose stuff, put it in there, and put some food sets in there too, just was stored,
Those dogs, those rascals.
Yeah, I told her dog yesterday. I said, "Now, Betty, you didn't this garbage in. You don't have big talk."
Do you put it in a can?
No, I put it in garbage set and put it in tar.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, because we have raccoons. We put ours on the back porch.
Well, she told me yesterday, Walmart, big garbage cans with lid on it.
Yeah.
She said they're about $100-something.
No, gosh, they sure shouldn't be. I'd say probably. Well, Dollar General has those.
Yeah. Well, what she needs to do, she did at least none of them two. She got one, but them other small cans, you put them in there. And I said possum or anything, or the dog. He no care, but he just won't see what's in it. That piece
Yeah, they
and
smell it.
stuff like that, but, and dogs do that once in a while.
Well, dogs, they're animals. If they smell food, they're going to go check it out.
Right.
I mean, that's just the reality. I like those tin cans better than the rubber ones for whatever reason. I just think they're sturdier.
Yeah. And then I just say this, if ditch the lid on it, when it's filled up with water, it will ditch the rest in it. But if you don't...
Oh, you got to have a lid. That's the whole point of it.
Right.
You got to have a lid. That keeps critters out. Because we get raccoons or whatever they are. It gets a little crazy.
Oh, yeah, it does. And myself, I'll tell you something else, too. Up down the roads here, on the side of the roads, I don't know the trash blow out their vehicles or people just throw it out, like they always do. I don't know why, but I won't.
We need to figure out, we need to figure out something about that trash. It makes me physically ill. Reno, remember, I don't know how many years ago, Reno, people throw things out on the road, and someone threw out a sandwich probably in a container. It was probably like a BLT. It had the big toothpick on it, like a BLT would have, and he got it in his stomach. And it was horrible.
Well, it was. I was somewhere Saturday. I went out to Tomahawk Dock Saturday, and I was talking to a buddy of mine, and I told him, I said, I know what I do. I said, if that meant me running Tracy down, I said, it'd be A-OK. But, you got people doing in there, the free open tops and all, and I understand the mother stuff, but I don't know what they don't do.
Well, trash is an issue, and it has been. It's just getting to a critical point. We're just going to. Tennessee's going to have to figure it out. Grundy's going to have to figure it out because it's not good.
No, but there are always at least 4 or 5 people those to a lot of time, and they climb over in there, find what they want, but
I know. All right, buddy. Well, I'm going to fly. Happy Wednesday. I hope you have a wonderful day.
And anything you want me to tell Misty out the
I just miss her. I've got to see her. Just tell her I need to see her.
I say her and everybody down the store. I say, where that Lily at? Since she talked.
Yeah. So, just tell her I love her and I need to see her.
Okay.
All right. See you. Bye. Morning. Morning,
guys.
Hey, Shirley. What's up? How's Clarence? Hey, buddy.
Yeah. He's in therapy.
Well, good. I didn't hear him scream yet.
No, not yet. They ain't got started on
it
yet.
All right. Well, what are we selling today, Shirley?
I still got that real nice couch and chair. I need to get rid of them. That coffee table, the 2 little marble top stands, the TV table that swivels, the 20-ton shop press, the nail gun with the nails to go with it.
That's a good handy tool to have. How much are you selling that for?
The nails and gun all for $100.
All right, gotcha. That's a good tool to have.
Yeah, it is. And I still got the car seat, the bench, and I got a dog pen. It's folded up right now, and I got it for sale. I'm trying to think that's what else I got. I'm out here, and but they can call me on all of the rest of it.
All right, girl. What number are they calling, and where are they going?
Okay, they can call me at 931-259-2593, or they can come by 920 Leesburg Road in McMinnville, Tennessee.
All right. Well, you have a fabulous day, and Clarence, I just want to hear him scream a couple of times.
Yeah, he's fixing to go back there and scream a lot.
All right, good. That just means you're getting better.
That's right.
All right, you have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Yes, do the same.
All right,
Bye.
see you, bye. This is so fantastic. Morning.
Good morning.
Hello, Leslie. How art thou?
I don't feel too good this morning, sis.
What seems to be the symptoms, sir?
Last night I took a big old chill and I had to sit here with a coat on and turn my gas heater up and stand in front of it. And I just went to bed about 8:30 and soaked myself up with salts.
Yep, you've got it.
Yeah, I slept pretty good, considering.
Do you have a fever?
That's what Brother Larry asked me a while ago. I don't know what it did or not because I don't have a thermometer here.
Okay, gotcha. Do you still have the chills, or do you think it broke last night?
The chills went away.
Okay.
It's just I feel weak.
Yeah. Wow, that's a quick in and out.
Yeah.
And you just got it yesterday?
Yeah, I got it yesterday evening.
That's really good. And today you're just weak? You don't feel like you did yesterday?
No, not with the chills and stuff.
That's fantastic.
Well, God's good to me.
I mean, seriously, I've heard like days of that.
Yeah.
Well, what a blessing. All right, what else do we need to know today before we get to Revelation?
Oh, well, I'm not thinking good this morning, so I don't know.
Hey, don't you worry. You came out of that. Man, I haven't had that in a hot minute, but I know that it takes everything out of you.
Yeah, it makes you weak and dizzy.
Yeah, it just takes everything out of you. But it means your body won if you got on this side of it. That's pretty quick. I mean, I'm not going to brag you up or anything, but that's pretty quick. I hope it continues.
I need to get in church tonight.
Yeah, you got things to do.
I got things to do for people to see.
Exactly. No time for not today, Satan. All right, Revelation. We're still in chapter 13.
Yeah, we're going to finish one part. It's 6 through 10.
All right, verses 6 through 10. And then I'm going to put summary. All right, sir, I am ready for you.
And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, who blasphemed his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. Any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Well, bring that one home.
Oh, I don't know. All I know is God's people are going to be protected from all this stuff. And he's talking about one to kill with a sword shall be killed with a sword. That's Old Testament stuff, Hurry.
Yeah, that is Old Testament.
Eye for an eye and ear for
yeah.
tooth.
Yep. Kind of like tariffs, right?
Yeah.
We're going to tariff you. You're going to tariff us. All right. Well, let's see what Ted has to say.
All right.
This section emphasizes the beast's oppressive power. I have felt it. The suffering of believers and the need for faithfulness despite persecution. Yeah, I like that.
That's something familiar with me today.
Yeah. I read something that someone wrote about sin. It's not the things that make you sin, it's your internal struggle.
Yeah, it's a warfare between good and evil.
Yeah, it's not things and, all of those things that we call sinful.
Yeah.
It's within us. And it made me think, we have to fight those battles internally.
Oh, yeah. It's spiritual warfare. It's not one you fight with swords or...
Yeah, you have to fight. Sometimes it's uncomfortable. But you have to learn to fight and be strong.
Well, I do know Iran messed up big time.
Right?
God, you're going to destroy that nation.
I just see so many blessings that are happening.
There's a lot of people going to fall, and people are going to be astonished to who he is, too. Many government officials and many...
Well, it's on like Donkey Kong.
Yeah, it's going to be...
It's on. And I think it's on. It is a spiritual warfare.
Definitely a war between good and evil.
Yep, not today, Satan. I'm super excited. Leslie, I appreciate you. Just knit up. You got things to do. Maybe sit outside, soak up some of that vitamin D. Do you have a lounge chair that you do that? I do.
Oh, I got some backyard and my front yard chairs out there, but I don't sit in them. They're too hard.
Yeah, you got to have a comfortable. You got to have a comfortable where you can soak up that sun. I'm telling you that vitamin D does wonders.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right. Well, you have a wonderful day, and I hope you get to church.
Oh, I do too.
All right, buddy. See you. Bye. Thank you. Morning.
Morning.
Oh my goodness, what are y'all doing today?
Hey, is he not got in yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. Oh, I had to run and get some parts.
So you're out and about. Are you in the Valley? Are you in Manchester? Where are you at?
I was in Manchester, come up the mountain, up past your house, and went to Tracy. Then now I'm in Grouping.
Don't you love that back way? If I'm not in a hurry, I don't take that interstate.
Right.
I love that 41 drive from Manchester to Monteagle.
Yeah. Even there to Murfreesboro,
Oh, seriously, I have done that when it's gotten stupid over on the interstate.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
Yep.
I mean, and if you have some time, I once took, is it Nolensville Road out of Nashville because it was just stupid. And I just kept going on it. And it took me to 65.
Oh my.
And I had to cut over on 64. I was like an hour and a half over what I should have been.
Hey.
But it was a great drive.
Well,
I know. So Junior's out, or he's at home?
Yeah, he's at home. He's in the garage, I'm sure.
Oh, my goodness. All right. How you feeling today? You sound good.
Well, I feel all right. It's just, I'm still a little bit not well.
Well, and I do get that. It takes some time. We're getting old, Frida.
Yeah, I know.
It's just what that is. All right, girl. Anything I can do?
I don't know.
Besides Mike Parton.
Yeah, besides Mike Parton. He better be getting this thing fixed. Better be getting that Generac going.
I want to see if he's available Friday before the storms. That'd be hilarious. I am going to I will stalk him. I am not above stalking. No, he's fine. You know what? He's got a big, huge role now in the nation. So he's got some, bless his heart, he's busy.
He is, yep.
But yeah, he's always going to take care of our home folks.
Oh yeah, I said we're really not bad about lines coming down because he takes care of them people cutting them trees away from it,
Yeah, ever since he took over when you first started and focused on all the trees on the right of way, heck yeah.
Right.
Heck yeah.
Down the road.
Yep.
Down our drive, people's.
Yep.
Our main road and everything.
Yep. That's being proactive, and that was brilliant.
Right.
So, but yeah, things happen. We've got some weather coming. Maybe not. You know how it goes here.
I
I know it. I hope they change ours for.
I mean, EF2, sure, bring it, right? Didn't the 2018 one that was on election day? It went by the Swiss colony, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
I remember it just it took a path.
Right.
Over by y'all.
Right.
It was like Swiss Colony Road and a few other places.
I know. Yep.
So anyway, all right. Well, you have a wonderful day. Enjoy this gorgeous day.
All righty, I will.
All right, honey. See you. Bye. Morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Miss Ophelia. How are you, honey?
Well, I think I must be doing okay. And looking out the window, it looks like it's going to be a pretty day today.
It is. It looks like it's going to be just about perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Just about perfect. You know, I said on the way in from into work into the studio, that sun was so bright it blinded me, and I'm like, oh, how nice is this?
Oh, that'll warm it up. It's still cool outside, though, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. Under the trees, it's cool. And that's what keeps it cool. But yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day.
Oh, well, that's good. The sun then will warm it up a little bit.
Yes, ma'am. We need a little bit, but we got some weather coming on Saturday, so just keep that in mind.
Oh, yes. I thought my arm felt like it.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it, and I think it's like Friday night, Saturday morning for the first round, or maybe even Thursday, I don't know. But yeah, your body will know.
Oh, yes. It sure will. It'll tell you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. All right, well, I hope you have a wonderful day today, Miss Ophelia.
Okay, thank you, and I hope you also will have one.
All right, honey. See you, bye. Oh, I forgot to tell her about the anniversary of the 1993 snowstorm. Oh, goodness. I got 2 minutes. This is wonderful. Tomorrow is Big Tim's coming. I cannot be more excited about that. Is that the 13th? Boy, time's flying. So I've got Tim coming, and he is Medicare and More tomorrow. And then Friday, it was going to be Gail, but she had something. Oh, that's the wrong day. I did have Gail, but she had something going on. So Gail's going to come back. Let's see. Let me see who's next week. Ryan French is coming in. He is, well, he's a councilman from Manchester, but his big thing is tourism, and he is South Central tourism. So he's going to come on. You're going to love Ryan. You're going to love him. He's Monday. I don't have anybody on Tuesday. Got Mayor Brady on that day. When is Gail? Gail is next Thursday, the 20th, and then next Friday is Dr. Sethi. That's going to be a great week. All right, here we go. And I'm going to try to get Congressman Desjardins in here. Oh, I got all the phone lines. Wow. Morning. Morning.
Good morning.
Oh, Uncle Alex, what are you doing? I haven't heard from you in a hot minute. Except when you said something smarty buddy about lipstick and the dollar store.
I fooled you again, didn't I?
Oh my gosh, this is not Alex.
This is Dalty.
Oh, that is cracking me up. Dalty, how you feeling, buddy? I put you and your lovely bride back on the prayer list.
Yeah, thank you, honey.
You're welcome. What's going on?
Nothing much. I just called to say good morning to you.
Oh, I'm so glad. Well, I've got you both on. Keep us posted and updated if you don't mind.
All right, honey.
I hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy that beautiful sunshine.
Yeah, you have a blessed day, too.
All right, Dalty. See you. Bye. I'm so glad you called, even though I call you Uncle Alex. I would take Uncle Alex. Uncle Alex is pretty cool.
Well, I'd be all right.
It'd be okay. I'm telling you, you'd be okay if I mistook you for Uncle Alex.
That's all right.
All right, Dalty. You have a wonderful day. Hey to Miss Christine.
Okay.
All right, buddy. See you. Bye. Hey. Morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Miss Evelyn. How are you? Happy beautiful Wednesday.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm doing quite well, thank you. The other day I mentioned about the Apostle Paul. Mm-hmm. He wanted to go to Asia, and the Holy Spirit would not allow him to. And he got the Macedonian call to to come, which was going to Europe.
Okay.
God wanted him to go to Europe.
Right.
Isn't that wonderful?
He puts things in your path and blocks other ones.
That and it's wonderful that he influenced Europe, which of course influenced the lives we live today.
Mm-hmm.
I look at it that way, anyway.
Sure. Isn't that? It's my understanding that when everybody dispersed, they went the Europe part, and Apostle Paul. I didn't even think about that. That influenced us, our DNA people, our branches, because then they went over to Scotland and England and Ireland.
Yes, and just recently it was pointed out to me now, the culture was so different in the Roman world than it was, in the Jewish world, especially concerning women. And, of course, there were people then and even now that consider women property, which is it's just wicked. It's just sinful. That's all I have to say about it.
Yes, ma'am.
And, of course, it mentions there'd been persecution in Rome, and Priscilla and Aquila. Now, Priscilla's always mentioned first. It's been pointed out that she was the most prominent one of that marriage, and she seemed to be very intelligent and very spiritual, and also that the Apostle Paul went down, had heard of apparently of the prayer meeting, maybe that some Jewish ladies were having down by the seaside, and Lydia is mentioned. So Paul was there at one time, at a certain time. Of course, you have to study his missionary journeys to know that when he left, on his journeys, that Lydia became an overseer of a church house. She was a very rich, wealthy lady.
Okay.
And the word overseer in Greek, the word that means overseer, the Greek word means overseer, King James had it translated to bishop.
Oh, for goodness sakes, we're back to the translation issue.
Oh, yes. There's a big deal about the translation issue. And then when Apostle Paul was there in Ephesus, Priscilla and Aquila were there, had to flee Rome because of persecution. He lived with them for 3 years because they were tent makers.
Okay.
And when he left there, and he always mentioned Priscilla first. Priscilla and Aquila as the head of the house church. Because there were no church buildings, I pointed out, for 300 years.
That's right.
And
who started building the most of them?
Oh, Constantine, Roman Catholicism.
That's right. So they're the ones who built the big, beautiful ones.
The cathedrals. And with the culture, of his culture, he said, women, you can't preach anymore.
Huh.
Women had been preaching for 300 years.
Huh.
Joel said on the last days, and Peter said, this is that. Joel said, in the last days, and that was the beginning of the last days,
right,
I will pour out my spirit and young men and women will prophesy, which means preach.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's just the cultural issue is what has really been brought down to me. Just in the last 2 days is study. There's a big difference.
There is a big difference
in the culture that Paul had grown up in, and the culture of the Roman world, especially concerning women.
Yeah.
And it's just, I just say that there's a Bible verse that a lot of people single out and make a doctrine on it, and there's no other verse anywhere that agrees with that verse. But Paul said, I say, don't allow this. And that's all I want to say about that.
Well, when we talk about women, and all of that rhetoric that's going on today, the black people, males, got the right to vote a good 50 years before women did.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they were, that was one of the amendments. Was it 13, 14, 15, one of those? And they got the right to vote, and then the women didn't get theirs until 1920-ish.
Well, white women didn't get to vote.
Black women didn't. Women in general, period.
Right.
And it was shocking. So when they're talking like, oh, the poor black people, I guess you would say, I'm like, what about women?
Well, I respect the gentleman leadership.
Yeah.
I do respect that.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
And appreciate it. Well, when we get married, one of the things is we want a male leadership.
I do. I like that man. I like that male figure. That's how it's laid out in the Bible.
And how it's so much needed in the homes.
Yeah. I just...
welfare cut that out in the black communities.
They did. And my dad always said that. It decimated the black community.
Yes, they did. And that has really been a downfall of our government.
You need to have that male in the home. A good male, a good Christian male in that home.
But there have been a lot of good women that have stepped up and have been good models, role models.
100% agree. 100% agree. It just, I think in an ideal home, after all this wisdom, an ideal home is a mother and a father.
Yes, but we need to look at things. Sometimes there's a cultural viewpoint, and sometimes there's a religious viewpoint. But Paul expressed himself as that was his opinion.
That was his opinion, yeah. No, I agree with that. I don't know. I just, I'm going to love everyone and go from there.
Yes, love covers a multitude of sins.
Because I definitely am learning something every day, and I just learned something today from you. So.
And that's what the Bible tells us.
Yes, ma'am.
If love must be there.
It has to be there. And that's the only thing I'm defaulting to until I figure it all out.
Yes.
All right, Miss Evelyn, I appreciate you. Thanks for making me think.
Well, there's a lot to think about.
Yes, ma'am, there sure is.
Take care.
Thank you, bye. There's a lot. Morning.
Good morning.
Oh, there's my Charlie. What is up? Hey, Joyce.
I'm warming coffee.
Okay, good. Good.
Microwave.
Oh, hey, Grandma Nell used to do that. She would never get rid of her coffee pot that was like 100 years old.
Yeah,
and it would stop heating, so she would preheat the water and pour it in her coffee maker.
Well, there you go.
I mean, I'm like, what? And I got her a new one, and she just didn't like it.
Well, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
You do. You're sounding so much better.
I feel quite a bit better.
Oh, you had us a little worried there, Charlie. I won't lie.
Yeah, everybody was calling me Rudolph there for a while.
Don't you love that sense of humor of our neighbors?
Oh yeah. I have some great neighbors, though.
You really do. We all do. I think that's hilarious. You got to kid people. That's just a part of it.
Yeah.
Well, you sound so much better. Good, because there's plenty of stuff coming up.
Oh Lord, I know it.
I know, and it's going to be beautiful today. I would just sit out there like a lizard and soak it up.
I'm going to get out there and probably won't do much, but I'm going to soak up some of that sunshine.
Yeah, that is one of God's best medicines.
Yes.
All right, you two. So glad to hear that. Joyce, you find anything shopping?
Yeah, I found a few things that turned out much.
Okay. I'm on the hunt for some bright clothes. I'm gonna go to probably Appalachian Women's Guild here.
They had some Brightons out there.
Did they? Well, there's bright and there's bright, so I just have to figure out what that is.
It's cents for the clothes. Half off on the shoes.
See, that's crazy.
They had all kind of stuff.
I think that is the best way to shop.
It is.
All right, you two. You have a wonderful, beautiful day.
You too, hon.
All right, see you, bye. Oh, that is just such a praise report right there. Morning.
Good morning.
Oh, see, Uncle Alex, I I put your name out into the universe, and there you are.
Yeah, I try to tune in every morning. It's entertaining.
I know that you miss us, Alex, up here on the mountain and mountain time and all of that.
I was up there a couple of weeks ago, and you weren't around, and Doreen was going to Winchester, and I went to Hank's, had some chicken wings, and came back home.
Well, it was a good drive. Was it a pretty day?
Oh, it's a gorgeous, beautiful day.
Yeah, it's just taking a drive. I'll do that. I'm like, I'm going to go 1 hour away, and I'm going to have a bite to eat, and I'm going to come home.
I was in Jasper picking up a trailer. I'm like, well, I'm this close.
Just do it. Just do it, Uncle Alex.
I'm in sunny Florida.
All right, that's what I was going to ask you. Where are you at today?
South Boca Raton, South Florida, getting rid of my taxes done and taking care of some of the properties. So I don't want to be here, but I got to do what I got to do.
I know. Is it better now, though? Or is it just so congested?
Oh, no, it's bad.
Is it really bad?
Yeah, I mean, to go 5 miles is almost a half hour. That's ridiculous.
You're just going to have to get you one of those scooters or
I got a moped. So.
See, I mean, I don't know how anyone else, I mean, that makes you ride a bicycle or something.
Yeah, people go 80 miles an hour. The moped only goes 40. Boom.
That is so funny. All right, you doing good? Your health good? You got all cleaned out, right?
Yeah, I had some issues, and I had my foot operated on in January, so still kind of screwed up with that. But that's with the neuropathy. But comes with age. And,
it does, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we just have to age out gracefully, don't we, or go out flying? I don't know.
Yeah, we'll try.
All right. Well, I'm so glad that you called, and yeah, that wasn't my $1.25 lipstick.
I know you mentioned, the nail
I know,
polish.
And that's when I know I'm like, I'm going to just call out Uncle Alex. I swear to goodness, Dolce sounds just like you. I'm like, oh, that's Alex.
I know, you've done that a couple of times.
I have. So I'm going to just have to own it, and just call him Uncle Alex. I'm just kidding. Well, you're just going to not be a stranger and just keep posted. But great to hear from you. Have fun. Have fun down there.
I will try.
Hey.
I'm going to go fishing and stuff. So St. Patty's Day is Monday, so it should be interesting.
Are you going to be down there for St. Patty's Day?
Yeah, I'm going to be here probably till mid-April.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Did you hear that Misty's daughter is going to be going committed to, I think it's the University of Miami, just something in Miami, and for the golf team?
Oh. Yeah, they'll be playing at Doral and all that.
Yeah, and President Trump's granddaughter is going to be on that committed to the same school, same team.
Yeah.
I mean, how flippin' cool is that?
2 minutes south of me. Yeah, small world.
Yeah, so I may have to take a road trip for that one. All right, Uncle Alex, don't be a stranger, and I'm so glad that you called.
Register me, please.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Bye.
All right, see you, bye. All right, old home week. 9:15. That's not too bad. I know I say that every day. Oh, that's not too bad. It's just not too bad. Tomorrow we get to have Big Tim here. So we'll, I haven't heard from Brenda in a hot minute. If you want to talk to him, we'll see what he has to say and what's on his mind and what cool things he's doing. I'm sure it'll be one of those shows that will not. It will just kind of be one of those shows. But call on in tomorrow if we want to talk to Tim, see what's going on, see how his boy is, all of his grandbabies, just all of it. I can't wait to have that big lug here. He's just one of us. Anyway, that's it. Enjoy today. Go out there and carpe diem and enjoy the day. And it's one of those days that you don't have to spread joy and sunshine because it already is. As always, thanks for watching Morning on the Mountain. I'll see y'all tomorrow.